Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to our channel. We're already on countdown of Fubara reinstatement. Well, as we speak, the factional Rivers APC chairman Emeka Beke has of course invited all and sundry for his birthday today, where he's giving a Thanksgiving service in church. The likes of Rotimi Amechi, the likes of Oko Jumbo and the likes are all there to commensurate with him. But meanwhile, something is definitely brewing, and the elders of River State can no longer keep their mouths shut. Well, before we go into the news proper, kindly subscribe to our channel. Now, according to what we are gathering, they said the elders, the elders have argued that the prolonged suspension had tamed Fubara and shifted political momentum in favor of his political godfather and minister of the Federal Capital Territory (FCT), Nyesom Wike. And it was also understood that Bola Ahmed Tinubu declared a state of emergency sometime in March 16, 2025, in a response to rising political tension and an alleged attack on oil pipelines by suspected militants in the state. Now, he accused Chukwumele, who is the convener of the coalition of River State Leaders of Thought, said that Wike had taken control of the state, but stressed that the people would ultimately decide its future. Now, he also accused President Bola Ahmed Tinubu of sacrificing the state for his 2027 ambition, stressing that Fubara had been subdued in the name of peace. He said, and I quote him word for word, "The state is captured. That is my position. We will only get back to where we were before the liberation, and now it is back to Egypt. River State has been successfully captured. The future of the state will be determined by the people of the state going forward. The state is divided into two, Nyesom Wike and River State. The governor has been cowed for the so-called peace to reign, but that peace is in the graveyard. It is unfortunate. Rivers people look hopeless. Rivers people look helpless, desolate and abandoned to their faith. The new political class has taken over. The president has sacrificed Rivers people for his interest in 2027. So it is for Rivers people to determine who to follow. It is Rivers people that will determine who to follow." Now, similarly, a member of the Rivers Elders Forum, that's Asukewe Ikwa Awaji, stated that the 6 months break had eroded the political strength Fubara had before leaving office. He also noted that his prolonged absence had dented the governor's early momentum, cordiality, and damaged the state's economy. He said, and I quote him word for word, he said, "The truth is that damage has been made. That spirit of brotherhood is no longer there. The bad seed has been sown. If Fubara returns, the cordial relationship amongst them won't be there again. They will be suspicious of each other because the bad egg has been laid. This is what Rivers people will face. It will take them months to blend again. The man has been away from office for 6 months. Some of the companies working in the state have pulled out, and it will take another 6 months to put himself together to bring back these companies." And before the declaration of the emergency, a lot of projects were going on. When Ibas came, he abandoned those projects and some companies pulled out. Now he's going to appoint people. However, a strong ally of FCT minister, that's Olaka Woju, that's Wogu, in his submission said that Fubara's return may not have any dramatic effect on the state's political landscape. He argued that despite President Tinubu's effort to broker peace between Fubara and Wike, the people of River State would ultimately determine the governor's move. Wogu stressed that while some people had misconceived Wike's pronouncement since his protracted supremacy battle with Fubara began, the FCT minister had only demonstrated pure honesty in his dealings. He said, "Sometimes people over-speculate on Wike. The man puts things in plain sight, but people don't listen. Wike will tell you, I wasn't for a state of emergency. I was going to impeach him. We have resolved. We are moving on. And I will be honest. I will be frank. I will say it as I want. That's how Wike does things. It is pure honesty. The fact is that the man fought for his structure and kept it. The governor is part of the structure. Such a strong statement being made by Woji, one of the strong supporters of Nyesom Wike. My colleague is in the house. Do you agree with him? Or do you agree with what he's saying? That Nyesom Wike is a very honest man. He says what he means what he says.
Well, I was expecting this clash of thoughts when it comes to the elders, especially owing to the fact that there are some who are standing against Wike and some who are in support of him. But be that as it may, it's always very good for us to be very objective about what is going on in Rivers State. Now, first thing first, whether the Rivers people like it or not, the governor is in the family of Nyesom Wike. And incidentally, the boss of the house is actually Nyesom Wike. And based on how politics in Nigeria is being played, when you are under a particular person, incidentally, every decision you make must be vetted by them. And if, according to them, it conflicts with his political interest or conflict with his economic interest or personal interest, he will tell you to step that aside and do according to his dictates. And that's exactly what the people of Riverside should be expecting. I just feel that right now, the shouting, the jubilation of Fubara's return, for me, it's a clear-cut ignorance. Because the truth is not returning as the boss. He's returning as someone's boy. You understand? He's returning as a puppet. Returning as a puppet will make him less than a governor. That's the truth. We have to be clear about it. So there shouldn't be excitement in the, thank God he has returned, because right now he's going to be getting instruction from Bola Tinubu and also from Wike. Already we have been pre-informed that those who will be working with him, talking about the commissioners, he's going to get the list from Abuja. So imagine if someone is sitting in executive position, the number one man in a state, getting documents and getting appointment and list from Abuja. It clearly shows that he is an appointed governor. He doesn't have the power of his own to make any decision. For me, I feel even the meetings that they are going to have, there's no need for those meetings, you understand? Because as long as those meetings does not align with someone who is in charge of the state politically, that it doesn't make any sense. Now, for example, as I normally say, if he comes into office today and is accountable to Wike, Wike somehow is the one is running his state team via Fubara. It makes no sense at all, you know. The only thing that Fubara will have the right over is to pay salaries. You know, this is the number of salaries we are supposed to pay and all of that. He needs to sign off everything before. So for me, there's no excitement. Someone who is coming back as a captive, somebody who is coming as a puppet, you know, just there to run show according to everything is going to be done. He has no power to make any decision right now. For me, I think if he's truly a man and respect himself as a man, he would have thrown in the towel and walk away and allow them to continue with their, because the truth is, whatever decision is going to make right now, and as far as it contravenes the people of Rivers State, it will be on him. Because if you ask this, so the man who claimed that he's the one in charge of the state, that's also that he will ask, was I the governor of the state? That's how they live, you know. Unfortunately, that's the situation.
All right, that's where we're going to wrap it up. Let's meet in that conversation. What's your take? Have a nice time.